Hello, I'm Dr. Asif. I welcome you to my lecture on CSS, issues and misconceptions. CSS is the most important examination in Pakistan. CSS candidates prepare for it with great hope and aspiration. They spend 2 to 3 years preparing for CSS, but preparation for CSS is not a straightforward thing. There are a number of issues and challenges that keep pestering the candidates right from the beginning to the end. For new candidates, a proper guidance and advice can make a big difference. It can put them on the right path and save a lot of time and many headaches. One issue with CSS is abundance of contradictory advice. There is no consensus on any single approach. I am not suggesting here that there should be a single approach for all candidates. Rather, there should be clarity in an individual candidate's approach. And every individual should get the advice that suits him or her. That is, customized guidance that caters to every individual's needs and requirements. There are many confusions and misconceptions regarding CSS. I will discuss some of them in this video talk. Let's start with first important issue. The first important issue that CSS candidates face or that comes to their mind, whether CSS is about intelligence or caliber, or what is the required level of intelligence and caliber that they need to possess to start preparing for examination. The question then is CSS all about intelligence and caliber? CSS is, of course, a challenging exam, but it is not only about intelligence. That this is not just intelligence that matters here. You don't have to be exceptionally intelligent or a super genius to clear CSS exam. Frankly, CSS is not a test of intelligence. It does not require a high level of IQ. This is very significant. That for clearing CSS, you don't require a very high level of IQ. You don't have to be Einstein to clear it. Remember, CSS is just another exam. Is CSS all about intelligence and caliber? The other issue is CSS requires some same kind of intelligence and caliber that sailed you through matriculation, intermediate, and graduation. You must have noticed that at every new level you had to adapt to it according uh, to its demands. Same is the case with CSS. It has its own demands. You have cleared all other exams. What does it show? It shows that you do possess a certain level of intelligence that is required for getting through the exams, and you can clear CSS well if you prepare properly. All that you need to have is a normal IQ level, and that is sufficient. You are not supposed to be a philosopher or scholar or an artist. You are supposed to be a normal individual with normal faculties. Does CSS require high quality English? This is again a very important issue. The major misconception that students usually have, perhaps CSS requires a very high level of English. Of course, a good command over English is key to succeed in CSS. 96 to 97% people fail in English. But this does not mean that CSS requires extraordinary competence in English, that one should be able to write like a creative writer or a critical thinker. No, not at all. CSS requires just simple and correct English, and that is enough. You should be able to write grammatically correct English. If you can do this, then there will be no problem. If you can express yourself correctly, nobody can stop you from clearing CSS exam. CSS does not require extraordinary English. CSS does not require flowery English language. Some people think that they should be able to write like great writers like Dickens and Shakespeare and Bacon, etc. CSS does not require a very high level of English. CSS requires just neat and clean and correct English. That is it. And I can bet on it that if you are able to write correct English, then there is no stopping in CSS. This is very crucial issue. Some CSS aspirants think that only those people should start preparing for CSS who already have a great general knowledge or encyclopedic general knowledge, that they should have studied everything and that they must know everything, or clearing CSS requires some very high level of encyclopedic general knowledge, things like that. Then the issue is bit different. Of course, general knowledge is very important, but question is what general knowledge is. Does it mean that one should have an encyclopedia on one's fingertips? One should be able to answer anything from anywhere in no time? No, it's not possible, and it is not desirable either. CSS requires general understanding of what is going around you. This is significant. You can build your general knowledge, or I would say general awareness, by reading one English newspaper regularly. You should study print edition. You can build your general knowledge systematically by focusing on issues. Always keep in mind syllabi of current affairs, park affairs, and past CSS topics. You should prepare your own who is who and what is what type notes. Identify 5 persons, 5 places, 2 organizations, and 3 acronyms from newspaper daily, and write 2 to 3 sentences about them in your notebook. After 1 month, there will be nothing new in newspapers, and you will find yourself very comfortable with general knowledge. CSS demands a very focused and targeted preparation. If you prepare for it systematically, there are no heartbreaks in it. It becomes exciting and enjoyable when you feel that you are learning every day and you are moving in the right direction. So, what is required then? What is required is smart preparation. CSS requires smart preparation, smart approach to subject selection, that you should select subjects according to your strengths and not according to trend or not on somebody else's advice. It should be your decision because your fate depends on your decisions and you should make your decisions yourselves. Then smart reading material, that you should not go for the cheap material, cheap reading material that is available in the market, that you should study something genuine and authentic. Smart time management, you must know what or how much of time to give to which paper and how can you best use of the available, how you can make best use of the available time. Smart examination skills. In the end, everything boils down to this. If you have good, smart examination skills, then you can make up many of your deficiencies. And one thing that is most important, that is smart attitude. What is smart attitude? That stay positive, never get depressed. During CSS preparation, one faces many mental blocks, many hurdles. One feels that one is not going in the in the right direction, or one feels that syllabus is too much. I can never cover it. So, smart attitude will get you through all these difficult times. And another thing is that you must have determination. That CSS is about determination and patience. You should show some perseverance while preparing for CSS, and you should never give up. You should always stay confident and never let fear enter your mind. So if you keep in mind all these things, that CSS does not require high level of intelligence, that CSS does not require a level of English that you find in newspapers, and then that general knowledge is not something abstract or is something that is one born with. Rather, it can be developed systematically and gradually. And if you prepare smartly, you can expect a very good result. I hope I will have cleared some of the important misconceptions that might have been in your mind. Thank you very much. Good luck.